to Vicksburg with love. If these hills could talk, this is the story they would tell. Wild game, succulent fruit, scattered villages providing shelter for Indians. It was a peaceful place when the Spanish first saw it several hundred years ago. They gave it a name, Nodales, because of the profusion of walnut trees that grew along the bluffs. Western civilization got its first toehold when the French came in 1698 and established a mission. The priests were followed in time by settlers, and a sturdy stockade was erected. They called it St. Pierre. The sojourn of the French was brief. By the time the earliest English custodians of the land arrived, the wilderness had reclaimed and nature had erased most of the evidences of the earlier occupation. By the time the revolutionary guns sounded in far-off New England in 1776, the determined Tories had anglicized the Spanish name Nodales. They called it the Walnut Hills. When in 1798, the Stars and Stripes were first unfurled over the Walnut Hills, newcomers from the eastern seaboard had cleared more of the wilderness. In 1819, a town was born on the bluffs overlooking the Mississippi River. It was named Vicksburg for its founder, the Reverend Newitt Vick, who died the same year his town was established. The new town was born of the river. Its brown rushing waters, over which Indian canoes had once silently skimmed, became a highway for rowdy frontiersmen who landed their flatboats along the muddy banks. Then, soon after, came another type of vessel, bringing a different class of people. Looking like a floating wedding cake, the steamboat made its appearance at the Vicksburg landing. In time, the scattered farms evolved into plantations, the small stores into thriving mercantile businesses, the modest homes into elegant mansions which lined the terraced hills, and Vicksburg took its place with the refined and cultured cities of the South. In 1863, Vicksburg kept a rendezvous with history and left her name imprinted upon its pages. The home of Confederate President Jefferson Davis, Vicksburg found herself as strategically important in war as Vick had envisioned her in peace. When the smoke had cleared after months of fighting and 47 days of siege, Vicksburg was scarred, wounded, and subdued, but her spirit was never conquered. From the ruins, from the ashes, Vicksburg rebuilt her homes and her stores. She entered the era of the New South with confidence. The Walnut Hills have witnessed tragedy and tribulation, gaiety and gentility, all meshed together into a proud heritage.
Vicksburg, uniquely Southern. Vicksburg, Mississippi, key to the South. Welcome to our city with its history and more. You'll share in our excitement when you see what we have in store. The National Park is our treasure, stately monuments all around. The sacrifice and valor, yeah, you're walking on hallowed ground. The Cairo with its artifacts is a must to see. The museum at the courthouse, you'll relive history. The breathtaking beauty of a brilliant sunset, viewed from Fort Nogales, no, you won't soon forget. Ride a steamboat on the river, yeah, it's a special thrill to throw peanuts at the villain when you see gold in the hills. And when you're feeling hungry, we got the greatest food around. From the finest four-star dining to the best fried chicken in town. You want music? That's no problem. We got blues, jazz, and more. From the classical to the cultural, tap your foot to familiar scores. And then there's Catfish Road for children of every age. The fountain and the playground set the backdrop for the stage. See the murals at the waterfront, take a stroll through history. The awesome life-size paintings make lasting memories. The river lined with the gambling boats, tempting you to take a chance. Your choice of food and drink, see a show with song and dance. Antebellum homes await you, ghost stories and folklore. The pageant, the park, the river, we know you're coming back for more. And you'll never be a stranger from the first time you walk in. We'll greet you with the howdy y'all, howdy y'all, a big old Vicksburg, howdy y'all, howdy y'all, and welcome you as friends. Y'all come back now.
As long as the Mississippi River flows and the gentle river wind still blows softly through magnolia trees, their velvet petals touch the breeze, fragrance in the night. As long as those who fight this war believe in what they're dying for, sharing long and bloody miles, a common grave to end their trials, alone, yet never lonely. As long as valor takes a stand and gathers courage from this land, memories of the river wind will give me strength as I defend the place my heart calls home.